The sting of betrayal can hurt. This next poster was scrolling the internet when he found a familiar birthmark on one of the models. He knew her. Was he obligated to tell her? Am I the asshole for not telling my ex-wife that her revenge porn is online? I'm in a bit of a moral dilemma, and I'm not sure if I'm the asshole in this situation. A few days ago I was aimlessly scrolling through the internet as one does, when I stumbled across something that immediately caught my attention for all the wrong reasons. To give you some backstory, my ex-wife Kara and I were married for 5 years. We had what seemed like a good relationship at first, but things started to go south after our second year together. We argued a lot, mainly about money, how we wanted to raise our future kids, and other typical married couple things. I thought we could work through it, but then I found out she was cheating on me with a guy she worked with. The affair had been going on for almost a year before I found out. It was devastating. I'll never forget the day I confronted her. I had been suspicious for a while, late nights at the office, unexplained absences, and the general feeling that she was emotionally checked out. When I finally got proof, it felt like my world was falling apart. The worst part was that she didn't even try to deny it. She just apologized and said she'd been unhappy for a long time, which felt like a slap in the face. I ended things immediately and filed for divorce. That was 2 years ago. Since then, I've done my best to move on. I haven't really kept up with what's going on in her life, and frankly, I don't care to. But during my late-night internet session, I came across a local singles site that had some questionable videos and images. I didn't realize until I'd scrolled for a minute that it wasn't just a singles meeting singles site. It was a disgusting corner of the internet where people post explicit photos and videos of their exes as some twisted form of retribution. I went to click off of it as quickly as I'd arrived, but in the thumbnail, I noticed a birthmark that looked familiar. To my shock, there was a video on there that I immediately recognized as Kara. The person's face was blurred out, but I knew it was her. I'd recognize her tattoos anywhere. She had a small, unique design on her ankle and a birthmark on her inner thigh that, coincidentally, looked like the state of Texas. There was no doubt in my mind that it was her. The videos and photos were obviously taken without her knowledge, probably by her ex after me, as it wasn't anything I'd ever recorded during our time together. The person who posted the videos was clearly angry, based on the captions that accompanied them. "This is my cheating ex," they wrote, alongside other degrading comments. It was obvious that this was some sort of revenge for what she did to them. The whole thing made me feel sick to my stomach, but not for the reasons you might think. As I sat there staring at the screen, I had a million thoughts running through my head. Part of me felt like I should tell Kara. No matter what she did to me, no one deserves to have something like this happen to them. It's a total violation of privacy and dignity, and it's illegal in a lot of places. But then I remembered the hurt and betrayal she put me through, and a different thought crossed my mind. Do I really owe her anything? Kara destroyed our marriage. She broke my trust in the most intimate way possible, and even though I've tried to move on, the scars are still there. She never really apologized in a way that felt sincere. In her mind, it was like she was justified because she was unhappy, as if that made cheating acceptable. The way I see it, if she'd never cheated in the first place, maybe none of this would be happening to her now. So I made a decision that some might say was cold-hearted. I didn't tell her. I closed the browser and went about my life as if I'd never seen it. After all, she doesn't know those videos are out there, and if she ever finds out, it won't be from me. I figured that karma has a way of catching up with people, and maybe this was just hers coming back around. Besides, I'm not the one who posted them. Why should I be the one to clean up the mess? But now, days later, I can't help but feel a bit conflicted. I know what it's like to be betrayed and violated, even if not in the same way. While part of me feels justified in keeping quiet, another part of me wonders if I've crossed a line by not saying anything. Did I let my anger and resentment get the best of me? Would telling her really have been the right thing to do, or am I right to let her deal with the consequences of her actions on her own? It's not like I want to see her suffer, but I also don't feel the need to protect her after what she did to me. I've moved on, or at least I thought I had. Maybe this is just my way of finally letting go of the past, by not letting it pull me back into her life. So, that's where I'm at. I know it's a messy situation, and I'm sure there are strong opinions on both sides. But did I go too far by staying silent? Should I have warned her? Or was I right to keep my distance and let her deal with whatever fallout comes her way?